we can open up some questions. Our new experiment.
Here's a question from Anna Rose. How can I inspire someone who works hard for a cause, but who also spreads gossip and negativity and is difficult to be around?
So the question is how I can inspire a person who works hard, but spread around a lot of negative gossips. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, so I think sometime to meaningless negative gossips, not paying too much attention to them, it might be better because there's no substance behind, there's no really nothing there. So not to worry and not to engage, particularly trying to be aware that you don't say anything, you don't do any negative gossip, that you don't like other people do those gossips. I think that's the most important thing, what I would say, that you do not do any negative gossip about other people that you don't like. Because many times the gossip and this kind of conversation is something that you don't pay attention. You feel you're talking with your friend, you are kind of joyful, playful, and you're making a comment about somebody who are really, you don't really mean anything negative, because you're in a good space, good mood, having fun, but you're still talking about somebody. You still made a comment, a strange comment, negative comment, opinion about somebody. And of course, in that moment, in that cafe, in that good moment, it doesn't mean much. But that when that translated into in somebody else's pain mind, that goes into somebody else's pain mind, somebody hears that, oh, did she say that? Did she say that about me? Then it becomes a big story. So I think not to just trying to be aware, not to say anything that we can become unnecessary, expanding more negative gossip. So that would be good, and not pay too much attention. I think at least, I mean, that's what I would trying to do.
This is another chat question from Roxanne. How do you recognize that you're being spontaneous or reactive? Also, recognizing an insight from another trick of the mind. How do you feel it?
Yeah, so the question is, how do you distinguish that if some spontaneous action, or it's another trick of mind, or it's something, what is it, that something more planned, or something more coming from a negative place or something, right?
Spontaneous or reactive?
Spontaneously reactive. Okay, so I don't know. I'm not sure about that word, spontaneous reactive.
Spontaneous or reactive.
Spontaneous or reactive. Okay, so anyway, so the I think the main thing is to be aware. It's really very much how you feel. When you are totally relaxed, when you are totally feeling calm, connected, and you feel you're open, and you feel and that spontaneous response came from that place, you would know that. I think it's difficult to tell exactly this and that, but I think you pay close attention to yourself. it's not that difficult to make distinction. So I think I would more leave it back to you, trying to pay a little more closer attention to what's happening in you that moment.
Another chat question. How can I inspire people I haven't met in person? Can I talk to them just over email chats and sometimes Hangouts?
Sometimes?
Or sometimes on Hangouts, Google Hangouts.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. So how to inspire people who I have never met? Yeah. Can I do that from chat, email, and things like that, right? So first, maybe trying to inspire people who you do know. I think there's so many people around us in our life, that people who are need of help, that people who are lost and confused, those people, there are many people who are actually trying to connect with you and trying to ask support from you. So I think to do work with them first, and then once you work them first and you have number of time experiences inspiring them, I'm sure then you'll easily figure out how to inspire people you haven't met. Think about that, like sometimes we feel okay, when you are in a when everything is going well, perfect moment in your life, you're not sick, you're well, your business is going right, whatever you're doing is going right, your marriage is fine, your relationship is perfect, everything is perfect. And in those moments, of course, you can say, well, I can inspire other people because everything is going right. And you can say, well, I have something to inspire, but things are going fine. But imagine if things do go wrong. Every let's say even if you have an accident or something like that, you can inspire other people, but not going crazy about that accident. If somebody did something wrong to you, you can inspire somebody else to not to be reactive, responding with a kindness. You can always, no matter how difficult situation is, by dealing with that situation the best you can, you inspire other people. Every given situation, you have opportunity to inspire other people, because not what you tell them, but how you act. I think so. I think the first, to conclusion, the first, I think I would say, trying to experiment with inspiring other people, that people you do know or already, and people are especially asking for your help. Okay. So are you ready to experiment the other one?
No one has put up a question for the video yet.
Okay.
We have another.
So of course, or maybe you all see, Polly has put something out there that you can ask the question through the video, and if you are spontaneous enough and brave enough to just show up your face here, and we can ask the question. So we can try that. If not, that's fine too.
I guess maybe people aren't aware that if they want to respond by video, they should just field their question first by chat. So,
okay, if you wanted to respond, if you wanted to ask the question, so first chart and send your question that you wanted to do it through the video, and then I think Polly will able to show you how to do that, particularly the group maybe.
yeah, and the you can see the instructions on the top of the chat screen. Polly has posted them there. So.
You can see the instruction on the chart screen. Yes. Is it like, yeah.
I can give you another chat question if you like. While we wait.
Okay, that's fine.
So this is from Liz. I am suffering. I know it is because of my pain, speech, anger, and frustration are all that come out of my mouth, mind, and body. I see it as well in my mother, my sister, my father. Like pain and suffering is all we know, and we inflict that in others. From my mind, I know this is not helping me or benefiting others, but I don't know where to start to stop that pain speech.
So the question about pain speech is somebody saying, kind of explaining a long situation that it's difficult to control in family and situations, but the bottom line question is how to minimize that, or how to stop the pain speech. I think it's a wonderful question. I personally, what I did and what I do is to be interested in my pain speech first, to be interested in my being, to be aware of my pain speech. And for me personally, to be more interested in, to be having awareness of in my pain speech to people I love, because it does not make any sense to hurt somebody you love saying something which means nothing. No use. Not important topic at all. It's very important. We do that all the time in our life, but do not to take it to the level that it hurts somebody. So once you say, I'm interested to be aware of my speech, I'm interested to be aware of my pain speech, particularly I'm interested to be aware of my pain speech to these people. I don't want to hurt them. I love them. Keep that interest awake enough, frequent enough, remember enough. That will be the good start. Okay? That's fine. That's fine. So I think let's see how we're doing on time. Okay, so maybe one more question. That's what.
We have our first video question
Okay.
coming up.
So I'm just waiting here this moment to somebody to ask this interactive video question. This is the first time we are trying to experiment this, so people can ask face to face directly. We don't know it will work or it will not work, but please be patient.
Okay, we're going to go to another chat question while that
Okay.
gets figured out. So this is from Francine, who asks, how do you handle someone you notice that you get triggered by back into your pain body, putting you out of understanding with yourself, someone who discounts your experience? How do you stand your ground in your center?
Sure.
Someone is triggering you to get out of your ground, and how do you get back into your center?
Okay. So the question is that how when somebody is trying to trigger you and trying to disconnect with you with your ground, how to get back to your ground. So how to reconnect back with yourself. So yeah. Yeah, so basically sometimes people do that, trigger us to disconnect. Sometimes we feel they're doing it. Maybe they're not doing it. We feel they're doing it. So for whatever reason, however situation is, that if you are aware that that situation is somehow affecting you and disconnecting with you, and then that very moment, what are you trying to do? As I always say, take 3 precious pills. Be aware, do 3 things. Be aware of the stillness in your body. Be aware of the silence of your speech. Be aware of the spaciousness of your mind. Okay, I'll make it simpler way. Feel the stillness in your body. Feel the silence in that moment. And just be open. And bring your attention to that place. If you do bring attention to that place, you will be more protected. Less likely it will continue you to disconnect. You will be more protected. Okay. Okay, so I think we're going to finish because it seems like this system of asking questions in the video is a little more complicated. So, but I wanted to let all of you know, maybe the next live webcast we're going to try that, so you can see this. There's opportunity to do that, but we wanted to look at all the questions, to make sure the questions are appropriate questions. And so you send it in, and then particularly I wanted to request. I know there are a number of places there is a group of you are watching the live webcast, and maybe if you are inspired to do, maybe take some photos of your group, or you're watching the video and your place, and those you don't have objection with that, and maybe send some photos to us. Although sometimes we would like to see which country, which place people are watching as a group. I would definitely would love to see them. And also, so it's just kind of more inspiring. It inspires me to seeing those things happening elsewhere. And so with the group, maybe whoever is doing the group, kind of organizing the group to watch the webcast together, maybe technology wise, maybe one of you, whoever is doing it, maybe trying to figure out how this system works, that might be better able to do that. So somehow a little bit more interactive, I think would be great. Okay, so that's all. Thank you. And I have a few announcements. One, on my Facebook page, I've shared a short video about healing from the source, meditation as a medicine for body and mind. So July 9th through July 31st this year. It's a free 3-week online workshop, and it's through the glidewing.com. And so this is a research project, so that particularly doing research how these meditation will help pain, physical pain and deep emotional pain. And so there are very specific instruction, meditation, guided and support materials, how to work with that in order to reduce and in order to help these pains. So this is I think will be great for all of you, those who are particularly are going through those pains, and a great opportunity. And if you know anybody else who is will be very beneficial for somebody, I think it will be a great gift from you to them if they are open to let them know, share with them. And of course, when you sign up in this, there is a commitment that you have to feel every day. You have to feel. It will take maybe a few minutes to do it, I think, as far as I remember, but it will not too complicated. But we do need to collect those datas. So I invite you again. It's a free. So I invite you everybody and let everybody else know. And And our last next one is, I think, is our last live webcast on the enlightened leadership, and the last one will be more based on a question and answer. So I think it will be great if we can figure out that technology more like interactive, able to do that. It will be great. And then our main, as many of you know, our main center is in Virginia, in Serenity Ridge, a beautiful place. And I strongly encourage people to come there. This year we have a sleep yoga retreat for 2 weeks, June 25th through what is it? No, so anyway, so June 19th through July 2nd. It looks like. So we have 2 weeks retreat there, and not only this retreat but any other retreat in the Serenity Ridge, I strongly encourage people to come because this is the time where we are able to stay longer and go deeper in the practice, and also more socially, more know each other and hang out with each other more. That's able to do that more. I think will be great. So I invite you, those who are able to make it, welcome all of you. And I think that's kind of all for now. And so we will end our today with our dedication here now. Thank you.